Oh my gosh, please, no, we're not having a redo of last time. How am I gonna do this? I think I need another person. I think I would need, no, I can do this. I'm independent. I'm an independent woman. I think I can do this. Wait a second. Wait. Can I do this? This is very difficult. Smile for the goddamn picture. Do not fall. No, please, no. This is very, okay. All right, this is not working. Please don't fall. Please. Oh no, who was it? Oh no. Okay, we're done here.
You gotta let me know, gotta let me know. You gotta let me know.
Aloha friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Koko if you're new here. I go by A'apueo Reads on like all my bookish accounts. And today I thought that we would do, you're gonna do it with me. Something I've been seeing on like Bookstagram and like Book Talk is people doing their top 22 and most anticipated reads for 2022, and I wanted to do that. I compiled a list of my top most 20. I can't speak English. So, top 22 most anticipated reads of 2022. So I'm not going to do this in any particular order because I pretty much just looked at my bookshelf and picked off whatever I wanted to read, and then I also looked at my like TBR and like my Amazon wish list. I'm a very big mood reader. So these would not go into any particular order anyways. But that's what we're going to do today. So, top 22 most anticipated top 22 most anticipated reads of 2022. Some of them are going to be series because one of them is, okay, well, you'll see. One of them is a series that's like 10 books long. So obviously if I put each book as one of my reads, that would take up like almost half the list. So I'm not going to do that. But let's just jump right into it. I'm so excited. Number one, coming on the top most anticipated reads of 2022 is going to be the Addicted/Calloway Sisters series. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's a 10-book series. This is a long series, and I heard there's a whole bunch of spin-offs too. I really don't know how many books are like in this universe, but I'm very interested to find out. So I actually read Addicted to You back in January, and I loved it. 5-star read for me. I love Lillian Lowe. I love the story, and I actually read it on Kindle just because I wanted to, like, it's a long series. It's 10 books, you know. I wanted to make sure that I loved the first book first before I got everything. And I was actually with my dad when I finished the first book, and he actually bought me the entire series that night. My birthday is coming up soon, so this is like an early birthday present. I'm so excited. This, honestly, okay, I know I said I'm not doing it in any order, but this is probably my most anticipated read of 2022. I'm so excited for this series. Everyone says that it's so good. It's like one of their favorite series, if not their favorite, and they feel like they're really in the story and most connected to like a lot of, feel really connected to a lot of the characters, and that's what I love about books. I love feeling connected to characters. I love feeling like I'm in the story. So I'm very excited for the Addicted/Calloway Sisters series. Okay, so for number 2, I have this series by Helen Huang. I don't know if there's like a name for this series or if it's called like the Kiss Quotient series, just because that's the first of the series. But it's the Kiss Quotient, the Bride Test, and the Heart Principle. Look at these covers are so cute too. These covers are so cute. Okay, and I love the Asian representation. I am Vietnamese, I am Chinese, and I see some Vietnamese names on the back of here. I really do. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I am actually going into these books very blind. If you know me, I'm a huge series girl. Like, I love series. I love reading series. I do love like a handful of standalones, but I really love series, and especially like companion novels where they might not necessarily be connected, like a continuation of the series of the first story, but like companion novels just like might have the same kind of vibe. I love series. I love series. I've heard so many good things about the Kiss Quotient, and I've heard the Heart Principle is really good. I haven't heard too much about the Bride Test, but I'm very excited. If everyone's hyping up the first and the last, I'm sure the second one is just as good. So I'm very excited. Like I said, I'm very excited to see that also Asian representation in here. I don't think I've ever read a book with an Asian main character, so I'm very excited for this. Okay, number 3, one of my favorite authors is Colleen Hoover, and I got the Maybe series. So that's Maybe Someday, Maybe Not, which is the novella, and then Maybe Now. I have no idea what this book is about, but Colleen Hoover has never done me wrong, so I give full trust to that woman. I've seen like a few quotes on Book Talk from Maybe Someday, which I don't remember them like exactly, but I do remember liking it, and that is actually why I bought the series. I might have seen like a few of my favorite quotes, a few really good quotes that really hooked me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I read like the first 2 pages of Maybe Someday just like a couple weeks ago, and I'm very intrigued. So I'm here for it. Okay, number 4 is a book that my cousin has been trying to get me to read for months. Like I said, I'm a huge mood reader, and I just wasn't in the mood for it yet, but I keep seeing quotes from this book pop up on Book Talk, so I'm very excited. And that book is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I follow Tessa Bailey on TikTok, and she's hilarious. She's so funny, and I'm so excited to see that like kind of pop out in her books or come through in her books. I'm very excited. It Happened One Summer. I've seen so many quotes, so many scenes from this book on Book Talk, on TikTok, Bookstagram too, and I love it. So I'm very excited. Like I said, I don't really know what this book is about. I'd like to go into the books blind. I just know that she's kind of like a socialite, and she has to move to this small town, or she meets this guy. I already know his name is Brendan Taggart. I don't know much about him, but I know everyone said like he's like their favorite book boyfriend, so I'm very excited about this. I think this is number 5 now. I have a book that I've had for quite some time, and I don't know why I haven't read it yet, because I am very excited to read this book. And I think it honestly might be my next read after I finish what I'm reading, and that is Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I heard this book is like the sweetest book in the world. I just know that like Archer is like a really quiet boy, and I think the main female character's name is Bree, and I think they have like a relationship, and she's more outspoken than he is, which is a different dynamic that I'm not really used to in books. Like usually the guy is like the really outgoing, go-getter kind of attitude, and then I read about like the shy girl. But I heard that this is the opposite. I'm very interested. I'm very excited to read something like this. Okay, number 6, I have Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. Okay, this is a thick book. This is a pretty thick book. So I'm excited. It's dual POV. All I know is that there is some major age gap in here, and then she's like with her ex-boyfriend's dad. Interesting. I really haven't read like a major age gap book yet. I think like the biggest age gap I read was like 10 years, and I heard this is way over that. So I mean, we're here to try new things. Reading was a new thing to me about like 5 months ago. And look where it's gotten me. Okay, number 7 is going to be A Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn. I am very excited for this book. My favorite book talker, Larry Reeds, suggested this book, recommended this book, and I think I saw like one quote on TikTok that made me buy this book like in seconds. So I'm very excited, and it is dual POV, which I love. I absolutely love. I think I heard that this one is like fake dating or like marriage of convenience. I'm not too sure. Like I said, 100% going in blind on this book. I just know that whatever that quote was on TikTok that I can't even seem to remember right now hooked me enough to buy this book in like 10 seconds. So I'm ready. Okay, number 8, which is going to be the last of the physical books that I have with me right now, will be Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. So I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I heard it's the cutest thing ever. I know this guy Elliot Petropoulos is like everyone's favorite book boyfriend. I'm very excited. I heard it's childhood friends to lovers. I haven't really actually, I don't think I've really read like a childhood friends to lovers, so I'm very excited. I've read friends to lovers and like enemies to lovers, but this is childhood friends to lovers. I don't think I've really read something like this before, so I'm very excited. Is this dual POV or is it, no, it's like jumping timelines, like then and now. So I'm very excited for this. I heard people cry with this book, and I've heard a lot of people say this is like their favorite book ever. So I'm very excited. I heard it's a sweet love story. I heard there's some pain. I do love pain in my books. That sounds so bad. I do love to get emotional. I love to feel connected in my books, and I heard this is a book that you will really feel connected with. Okay, for books 9 and 10, I don't have them with me, but the reason I'm grouping them together is because they're by the same author, which is Colleen Hoover. Oh my goodness, one of my favorite authors ever. And for number 9, I would say that the book I want to read, my most anticipated read, is going to be Reminders of Him. And I know this book came out maybe like last month, I think, and I've heard nothing but good things about this book. And so It Ends With Us is currently my favorite Colleen Hoover book, and people who had It Ends With Us as their favorite book are now saying that Reminders of Him is their favorite book. So I'm nervous because It Ends With Us has been my favorite It Ends With Us was my first Colleen Hoover book that I ever read, and after reading more of her books, that is still the champion, the reigning champ. But everyone is saying that Reminders of Him is their favorite now, so I'm very scared. I heard it's very painful, but I mean, I can't expect anything else from Colleen Hoover. But I'm very excited to read this book. Like I said, I'm going in 100% blind. I really don't know what this book is about, except there's a girl named Kenna. That's about all I got, and something with a pigeon. I'm sure that'll seem like super vague after I read this book and I go back to this video saying Kenna and a pigeon will not even like suffice. I don't know, we'll see. And then number 10, was it 10? Yeah. Because she just announced it, I had to bump a book off of my list to put this on the list, and that is It Starts With Us, which comes out on October 18th. Oh my god, I can't, like, what am I supposed to do till then? This is a sequel. What I've heard so far is that it's a sequel to It Ends With Us, which is, like I just said, it's my favorite Colleen Hoover book ever, and it's a continuation of the story, and it's going to be following more of Lily and Atlas. And I am so excited. I literally, oh my gosh, I know you can't see it, but I just got goosebumps just talking about Lily and Atlas. And I'm so excited to see where she takes that story. I cried my eyes out reading It Ends With Us, and then I saw the picture of It Starts With Us, and that book looks thick. Miss Colleen Hoover, please tell me exactly how much therapy I will need after that book. I'm not prepared. Okay, for number 11, it's another series. So far there's only 2 books in it, but it's the Never After series by Emily McIntyre, and that is, the first book is Hooked and the second book is Scarred. So I actually read maybe just like a few pages. I think I just read the sample of Hooked on Kindle Unlimited and I loved it. So I will definitely be buying that book. I have a really hard time reading on like screens. I have to have the book with me physically because I do tab and like annotate my books, and it's just a different experience. I know some people like props to you guys that read on Kindle Unlimited and save like hundreds of dollars. I'm just not that person. I need the book in front of me. I need to tab, I need to highlight, I need to write. So yeah, I spend a lot of money on books that I don't have, but that's okay. It's okay. It's something I enjoy. So the first book is Hooked, which is, it's not like a retelling of Peter Pan, but it does have like some Peter Pan sprinkles in there, with Captain Hook obviously and Wendy, so I'm very excited about that. And then Scarred, I heard it's not like like I said, it's not like a retelling, but it does have some like Lion King sprinkles in there, following obviously Scar. I really don't know too much about it, but just from reading that sample of Hooked, I am hooked. Get it? Oh my god, I'm very, 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 very excited for that series as well. Okay, for number 12, if you watched one of my previous video that said my like top 5 reads ever, one of those was The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. And she's coming out with the sequel to that book, and it's going to be titled The American Roommate Experiment. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I heard it's not like a continuation of Lena and Aaron, but it actually will be from the perspective of Lena's cousin and her best friend. So it's kind of going to be their relationship, and I'm so excited. That book was so well written. Anybody I've recommended that book to has absolutely loved it. It's just the cutest little like rom-com, enemies to lovers, fake dating kind of deal. I absolutely loved it. I gave that book 5 stars, and I have full faith that Miss Elena Armas has done it again with The American Roommate Experiment. I'm so ready to read that book. I'm pretty sure that once that book comes out and I have it in my hands, I will drop everything to read that book. Okay, for number 13 is another series, but I've actually already read 2 of the books, so I'm just waiting for this last one to come out. I don't know if it's the last one, but I'm waiting for the 3rd book to come out, and it's the One Night series by Dana Isali. I'm so sorry that I don't know how to pronounce that name correctly. It's the One Night series, and the first book is Games We Play, second is Secrets We Hunt, and the 3rd one that I'm waiting for is Burdens We Carry. I'm so sorry. These books are some of the smuttiest books I've ever read in my life, and they're novellas. And so the thing I loved about Games We Play and Secrets We Hunt, they're novellas, right? So I really don't expect a lot from novellas. That's how I feel. Like, it's such a short book. There's not a lot of plot that can develop. Those books had plot. Games We Play had plot, yes, indeed. And I loved Jack. Okay? And then Secrets We Hunt, even more plot. Secrets We Hunt was my favorite out of the 2 that I've read so far. Secrets We Hunt follows Zoe and Wesley, or Zoe. I think she has a 2 dots over the name, so it's Zoe. I'm pretty sure. And Wesley, I love Wesley. I can't believe that a book that was like under 100 pages made me feel the way that book made me feel. Okay, so for number 14, it's a series that I keep seeing all over Book Talk right now, because one of the books just came out and another one is coming out very soon, I believe, which is the Twisted series by Anna Huang, I think. And that consists of Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and then Twisted Lies is the one that's going to come out. Twisted Hate just came out. I also heard there's like an Asian main character as well. So like I said before, I'm very excited for that kind of representation. And I'm very excited to read that book. For number 15, I have decided that I want to read the Devil's Night series by Penelope Douglas. I've heard that some characters from Punk 57 make an appearance in this series, so I'm very excited. I've heard a lot of people like it. I heard it's interesting. It's like a dark story. I am very interested in like dark romance, so I'm very excited to see how this plays out. So the Devil's Night consists of 6 books. I think 2 of them are novellas, but I think the order is Corrupt, Hideaway, Kill Switch, Conclave, Nightfall, and Fire Night. I already know one character that's going to be in that book, but I heard there's more, and there might be like some appearances made by some of my favorite characters from Punk 57, so I'm very excited for that as well. For number 16, I've seen this series everywhere on Book Talk right now. I actually heard of it like a while ago, but it wasn't that popular on Book Talk. I saw it maybe like once or twice before it really blew up, and that's the Mind series. I heard it's like, I was going to go order it on Amazon, and it was like a one thick book, so I guess all 5 books, I guess they're like 5 novellas all put into that one book, so I'm very excited for that. I know there's like serial killer romance. I just know that the woman is the serial killer, and she falls in love with the FBI agent that is pretty much trying to solve her case. I've heard people say that this book has like a really strong female lead, and that the man kind of just supports her. I'm very into that. I don't even know what that kind of trope is. I'm very interested in this book now. For number 17, I don't think I can call it a series, but I read The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and she is coming out with like a bunch of novellas and another full-length novel. So I kind of just grouped them all together because I'm not really sure if it's a series or not. I know that it's like a focuses on like women in STEM or like people in STEM, just like The Love Hypothesis. So I'm very interested. I don't know. When I looked it up on Goodreads, it said that one of the books, Love on the Brain, is called Love Hypothesis 2. So maybe it's a series, but I didn't see anything about those 3 novellas. So the 4 books that I want to read by Ali Hazelwood that are coming out is going to be Love on the Brain, which I think is the full-length novel. And then the 3 novellas I've heard are only going to be on like ebooks. But I'm hoping that they do like so well on ebooks that they eventually come out on paperback, because I have a really hard time reading ebooks. The 3 novellas are Under One Roof, Below Zero, and Stuck With You. I loved The Love Hypothesis with my entire heart. 5 stars, easy. Adam Carlson is everything. So I'm very excited to see what she does with these new books. For number 17,
She lying.
if you've watched my first video, you know that I'm absolutely obsessed with the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. And there is a spin-off series called Briar U. You meet all the characters that are going to be focused on in Briar U. You met them in Off-Campus series. So I'm very, very, very excited for this series. So the 4 books in that series is The Chase, The Risk, The Play, and The Dare. And I heard it's like almost exactly like Off-Campus. And I know some people are going to be like, why are you going to read it if it's like the same exact thing? But it's focusing on different couples. So I'm very excited. Let's just say, I live in Hawaii, right? We don't have hockey here. We don't have, it's too hot here. We have like 1 ice rink in the entire island chain. So I've never seen people play ice hockey. I've seen like roller rink hockey, but these books about hockey, I didn't know I was interested. I mean, I'm sure it's not for the hockey aspect, but just like seeing the hockey team together, seeing them be like best friends and like teammates and roommates and stuff is everything. And when they start talking about hockey, like, yeah, I'm lost, but I'm still very interested. Like, it makes me want to watch hockey. It seems like a very like upbeat, fast-paced sport, and I'm very interested. So, I mean, maybe Elle Kennedy got me interested in hockey. I don't know. But a lot of the books that are like on my TBR now are hockey romances. So I'm very interested to see how this plays out. Okay, so I messed up. The Briar U is supposed to be 18. This is supposed to be 19. But for 19, I have the series by Lauren Asher. It's called the Dirty Air series. That consists of Throttled, Collided, Wrecked, and Redeemed. I really don't know what this series is about, but I've seen really cute quotes about it on Book Talk, and I'm so excited to read it. I heard that they're like race car drivers. Everyone's really like hyping this book up, like it's a really good sports romance. I heard it's dual POV. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen the book in person, so I don't know. But I heard Lauren Asher, just like Elle Kennedy, hands out book boyfriends left and right. So I'm ready. Okay, for number 20, it is a standalone book. And I'm gonna keep mentioning her name because she's my favorite. Larry Rees is my favorite booktuber ever. And she highly recommended this book called Still Beating. And I heard it's like a dark romance. Like it is dark, and like people should definitely check their trigger warnings. I really don't know too much about it. She did a review book about it. But I did, like, because she so highly recommended it, and like I'm starting to see a lot of people recommend it and put up quotes about it, I didn't want to watch the full review, because I do love going into the books completely blind. Actually, this is probably pretty high up on my TBR, because I love when people say that, like, oh my gosh, the title and the cover page makes so much sense after you read the book. I love that. I love when that happens. So I really, really, really want to read this book very soon. I might order it tonight. I have zero self-control, but I really do want to read that book. Okay, for number 21, I think it's also by Lauren Asher, and it's the Dreamland Billionaire series. So I've heard of the first book, The Fine Print, and I've heard everybody loves that book. Everyone's given it 5 stars. I heard it's very well written and very cute, and it's also got like a Grumpy Sunshine kind of vibe. I love me some Grumpy Sunshine, so I'm very into that. So that's The Fine Print. And then the second book, I don't think it came out yet. I just saw the cover reveal for it, so maybe it's coming out soon, but that's Terms and Conditions, and I heard that's about the brother of the first male character, the main male character in The Fine Print. I heard it's like it gives like some Disney vibes in that first book, so I'm very excited for that. I know that a lot of people love the female main character in the first book, and they said she's like very strong-headed, and I'm very excited for that. I love a strong female role in a book. So I'm very excited for the fine print and terms and conditions. Okay, and for number 22, this is kind of hard because, so like I said, and I'll keep saying it, Larry Reads is my favorite, and she is a huge Mariana Zapata fan. And I watched her entire Ultimate Guide to Mariana Zapata video and like all her book recommendations for the individual books of Mariana's individual books. And I also heard that there is like a recommended reading order to Mariana Zapata books. So I know it's not a series. I know it's not a series. They're all standalones. They can be read separately, but there's like connections if you read them in release order, which I plan on doing. But if I had to pick one book that I'm most excited to read by Mariana Zapata, I am really excited to read From Lukov with Love. I've never read like a figure skating book, first off. I heard that Mariana Zapata is the queen of slow burn. Like for me, probably The Spanish Love Deception was like the slowest burn I had, and I doubt that that even like compares to Mariana Zapata. I do love the name Jasmine. Jasmine is my first name, but I go by Koko. But Jasmine Santos and Ivan Lukov, I think their names are. I heard their love story is so cute. I also, is it like best friend's brother? I'm pretty sure it's like a best friend's brother. Also like enemies to lovers, or like Grumpy Sunshine too. So all good things wrapped into one book. I'm very excited, and I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I've also seen a lot of fan art for From Lukov with Love, so I just know that it's a very, very, very loved book. So I am very, very excited for that one as well. Okay guys, so that's it. That's my top 22 most anticipated reads for 2022. I know that I'm doing it late and like in February, but I'm so excited to read all these books. My goal of this year is to read 100 books. That's my goal on Goodreads, and I'm kind of on track right now. I do feel like I'll definitely read more books during summer. But yeah, so comment down below what maybe some of your top most anticipated reads of 2022 is. I would love to talk to you guys about some books. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. I'm going to try to post more videos. I'm going to try to post like at least once a week. I'm having a lot of fun doing these videos. I'm having a lot of fun posting on my book talk and my bookstagram, so let's be friends there too. I will leave all my links in the description below if you're interested in talking about books with me. But yeah, until next time, ahui ho.
You gotta let me know, gotta let me know. You gotta let me know.